That's right, it's that time again, your daily dose of Cyberpunk 2077 news and updates. There is a ton of stuff in this video to go over thanks to this brand new glorious gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077. Nearly 10 minutes of brand new footage. It is insane. It's a sudden gift that we were given from CD Projekt RED, and it is beautiful. Now, I'm also going to be showing off some of the gunplay in this new gameplay as well. Some really noteworthy stuff going on here that you may be missing because it's happening so fast. But yeah, we're going to go into all of this and your top comments, so leave a comment down below. Hey everyone, what's happening? Open world games here, and let's dive straight in. Now, what's really noteworthy about this gameplay is it is going to be on the Xbox One X and Xbox Series X, so a little bit of current gen mixed with the next gen technology here. That is going to be on display, but I also am going to be showing off the PC Ultra version later on in this video as we get into talking about the graphics comparisons. But you're probably wondering, Robbie, what about the PS4 version or the PS5 version? Well, maybe Mothman says, spare PS4 footage, please? And this was the response from Marcin Moment of CD Projekt RED, who says, rest assured, it is coming. So yeah, we're going to be seeing PS4 gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077, and I imagine we're also going to be seeing PS5 gameplay as well. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be much different from what we're seeing here from the Xbox versions of the game. So that's something to remember. All right, let's get into this right now, shall we? So this is really cool as we pull in here to the hotel. This is a mission that V is undertaking. He's trying to rescue a missing person, or at least find them. But check this out right here. We are going on an adventure here for sure in the open world as we come across a random encounter. It says, don't even want to find you. And it looks like we have armored forces right here. So this icon indicates that they have their guns at the ready, that they are a potential threat, that this could go either way if we decide to intervene, which of course we can actually decide to intervene with this situation. It looks like someone has been pulled over, the car might be being searched, or it could be a potential hostage situation, but it looks like security is taking on this situation. But again, we have options. We could intervene if we want to, and we don't know exactly what the results could be, and that's the fun of Cyberpunk 2077. It has been confirmed there are a ton of random encounters in this game. Now, check this out right here. We have two icons here, our main mission, and then a mysterious icon that is blue-purple. This could indicate access to the hotel's interface, either to sign in or perhaps store your car in a garage. I'm kind of speculating here, but you do get a garage in this game, and you can store your vehicle as well. But if it's stolen, that's a no-go. You have to own the vehicle in order to store it anywhere. But yeah, it has also been confirmed that you can access these hotels as well to go on missions too. But check this out. This is going to be in the elevator as you are speaking to Keanu Reeves. And what's really noteworthy about this right here is that there's an option to trigger the alarm. Now, I don't know if you can actually do this in the game, but it would be cool to trigger the alarm and cause, you know, chaos in the area. But there's several different options. You have the roof, the clouds, which we're going to in this demonstration, maintenance. So that's really noteworthy right there. It looks like we could be visiting this place again. That's my assumption. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But let's keep going, shall we? So right now what we are seeing here is Xbox One X switch over to Xbox Series X gameplay as we enter this bar right here. It is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And again, this is really good indication that this game is really on target to be releasing on December 10th. So let's take a look at this right here. We have some options to pick up some wine, and then also it looks like we could speak to someone, I think perhaps behind these curtains or somewhere in this area right here. So yeah, there's a lot of options just in this room alone, and then I imagine we can also grab ourselves a drink as well. So that's really cool too. But let's keep going, shall we? As we venture towards our objective. Now, V, he is going to be our ghostly figure. Of course, that's Keanu Reeves, who's playing Johnny Silverhand. And yes, Johnny Silverhand will exist in this world, as well as Keanu Reeves, the actor. I kid you not, that has been confirmed. But right here, we're seeing this guy wake up. He's totally confused, and Keanu Reeves' character, Johnny Silverhand, mentioned that he was like a sex zombie. So I'm assuming perhaps there might be themes of sex trafficking going on in this game. So this game is a very, very mature game for sure. Some more Xbox Series X gameplay right here. More icons of random stuff that we can pick up, investigate. So you can kind of investigate the environment as well as you go through it, because this environment is very alive. It's not dead at all. As we enter here, we have a job update about, it's called Automatic Love, the job is, and basically we have the option of interrogating Woodman right here. Now, we don't get to see what happens during this interrogation, but I'm assuming that it doesn't go well, because moments later we're armored up, ready to go, and we are in battle right here, and it is going down. Let me tell you what. Now, what's really noteworthy about this gunplay is that there are gunplay improvements. This was noted by Sexy Pants out on Twitter. He says, I really like the improvements on gunplay. Now, CD Projekt Red's Marcin Moment did comment on this and says, the gunplay feels smooth, but at the same time really meaty when it needs to. I'm assuming that it has a little bit of weight to it when you get to certain weapons, but you can see that katana blade is really cool. Now, we're going to actually rewind a little bit back to the gunplay here in just a moment, because I want to show off some of these details right here in just a moment, because this is going to be super important to go over. But yeah, what's really noteworthy about the katana in just a moment, and you're going to also see some sliding around, so that's something that is in the game. You can also shoot grenades out of the air, which is actually an ability and something to do, and you get achievements for actually killing people by doing that. But when you access your katana, this is really noteworthy right here, is that you have the ability to double tap B to dodge, you have fast attack, and hold for strong attack, and then of course you can actually block incoming attacks as well. And it looks like you can actually block, if you are augmented enough, you could block bullets in this game, just to up that fantasy for sure. So I thought that was really noteworthy. Now, we're going to be talking a little bit more about graphics, because this is going to be switching back and forth again from Xbox Series X to the Xbox One X. Now, we aren't seeing, of course, the Xbox One version, like the raw Xbox One version, as we head to this area right here. This looks like potentially you can gain access to, I'm going to assume, prostitutes in this district or something to that nature, because they're not going to be shying away from sex as a theme in this game for sure. But you can see how beautiful Xbox Series X is right here. Then it rotates over to Xbox One X, which has less reflections. As you can see, Xbox Series X right here, a lot of reflections going on. I'm not too sure if this is going to be considered ray tracing or not, but it really looks like it's pushing into that direction, and it appears that there's some ray tracing going on there. As you can see, it's just not as detailed on Xbox One X when it comes to those reflections. You're probably wondering also about PC Ultra, so we can go ahead and take a look at what the PC looks like with ray tracing enabled and that sort of thing. This is what you can expect when it comes to the Ultra version of the game, with those high-end graphics card, which I'm going to be running the 2080 Ti. I think it should be able to handle this game quite well, but of course you really do want that major graphics card that is going to be on offer here during the holidays, which is going to be the 3080 Ti. So yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful from what I am seeing on whatever version you are going to be playing on. But let's go back to the gameplay and continue our adventure through Night City, which, by the way, absolutely looks beautiful. And I think it actually does look pretty crowded here as you go throughout the city. I've been seeing some comments on, oh man, it just doesn't look as dense as we saw beforehand. But, you know, I still think that they are pulling off something really impressive here. Now, you'll see some icons above some of these characters here. Let's rewind that a little bit. This is actually noteworthy. You'll see these orange arrow indicators above these characters, which indicate they are armed. They have some sort of weapon on them, and they could pose as a potential threat. And you're getting this feedback of information, perhaps because of an ability that you have upgraded. That's something that you can actually do in Cyberpunk 2077, is go into your skill tree and say, hey, you know what? When I'm roaming the environment, I would like more feedback on what I'm seeing. And you could actually upgrade that as well. Now, we're going to be questioning these guys right here. We have several options that we will be presented with. We could handle it in a nice, smooth, sleek way, but nope, we're not going to do that at all. It's going to, of course, piss off this dude right here, who's just simply called Punk. And guess what? All hell is going to be breaking loose. You better believe it. And we're going to be seeing this battle unfolding on Xbox One X. It looks like it's going to be capped at 30 frames per second from what I'm seeing on that console. We are going to be engaging with a grenade and this amazing shotgun. Now, something noteworthy about the shotgun, we're going to pause it real quick right here, is that we have the ability to hold, and that's going to charge up a shot, and then we could release. We can reload, and then we can do a quick melee attack. But it looks like we're going to have some options here with the weapons when it comes to actually holding down the trigger and charging up a powerful shot. Now we're going to fast forward it to some Xbox Series X game as we get deeper into this mission. We're going to be talking to this guy who says that he's more than a chop doc right here. So it seems like you'll be able to have some sort of surgeries in this game, perhaps plastic surgery. There's been some indicators of that in some of the icons that were on display in this gameplay demonstration as well. Now, this is really cool because what we're seeing here is basically a Braindance, or an ability to go into a deep dive and experience what someone actually went through in the past. And you'll notice in the lower right-hand corner there, that's super important to note, that you will be able to pause this scene like a CSI investigation and actually rotate around the scene and pick up on clues that will further lead you down through the story and into this adventure. And this looks like it's not going well for this person right here. And remember, there's going to be that edit mode where you can actually pause it and go into like a 360-degree view of what is going on. So this is a really cool CSI type investigation thing that will be present throughout the game, and a big gameplay feature, it looks like, as you continue your adventure in Cyberpunk 2077. But yeah, there's some other noteworthy stuff that I did want to go over right now from this gameplay. As we are traveling in the city, you could see an orbital air advertisement right here, which basically references this right here. It's a corporation based out of Nairobi, Kenya, that specializes in cargo and passenger transport to Earth orbit. The major shareholder in is Antoine Debois, I believe it is, and he is located in Paris. He holds 15% of total shares. So yeah, this is going to be something where it can actually go into space, basically. It's essentially cargo that goes back and forth between orbit and the planet. So that's something really cool. I'm curious to see if there's going to be a mission around that, and I thought that was cool to know. But also, there's some advertisements about purchasing cars around the city. This is something that you can actually do in the game. You could have an entire garage of cars, but I'm wondering if you could actually finance cars in this game, or if you have to purchase them outright. We'll see if there's like a finance option or not. We'll have to find out as we play the game. And now it's time to go over your top comments. Leave a comment down below. It could end up in a future video. Let's do this. First top comment comes from Alucard450, who says, I don't know who voices Female V, but damn, I like her already. Yeah, the voice work so far is super impressive in this game. And Keanu Reeves also does an amazing job. Seeker Realm says this, do you think they're going to have an underworld beneath the city? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm expecting it. It seems like they're going to have everything. If they don't have an underworld, I think a lot of the underworld themes are going to be out in the no man's land desert region, or the combat zones. Trybutter says, looks like the game is ready for last-gen Xbox, so I think the game won't be delayed 100%. I agree. I think it's ready to go. I think it's going to be hitting that December 10th mark at this point. Then we have Assassin ZZ, who says, I don't know, the streets and the new gameplay look kind of dead, at least at the driving part anyway. Not sure if there will be any difference in to the street population on PC. There might be, we'll have to determine that, but we could see driving around here there isn't like a ton of pedestrians, but I think there's enough around crosswalks and stuff like that. I think they want to reserve a lot of the pedestrian interaction for when you are actually on foot, because they expect you to be going through bars, marketplaces, and stuff like that. So I think they're going to cluster the populations where it counts and where you can actually see the people up close and personal in that first person perspective. So that's my take on this, because that would make a lot of sense and actually kind of match what goes on in real life anyway. But there you have it, everyone. Brand new gameplay from Cyberpunk 2077. I hope you enjoyed a bit of the breakdown. Some really cool stuff going on with the combat. It looks like they have improved it. I like how they have some of the sliding animations going on as well. I'm really big into the ability to slide around in combat and be nimble. But that's also going to go back to your skill tree. I'm curious to see what type of skills we can invest in to actually improve our maneuverability and agility in this game. But yeah, I'll keep you in the know, so stay tuned for more Cyberpunk 2077. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Take care.